So we're going to leave it for last. We're going to do outing activities. Okay, we're going to do outing activities. For the sake of the tier list, I'm going to put the assumption that this tier list is strictly when you're hanging out with friends. This isn't family. This isn't relationships. This is strictly when you're hanging out with friends. Okay, so we have S, A, B, C, D. Okay, right away I'm seeing one that's like pretty F. Gossip. If you get with your friends just to gossip, or you waste the majority of your time gossiping, then that's a pretty huge L. There's like look at all these things. You'd rather gossip than do any of these things. That's a pretty big L. L decision. You know what I mean? Beach day. I guess beach day can be good, but I'm assuming that beach when it says beach day, it's like, you know, tanning and laying back and just like chilling and looking at the beach or at the water. That's pretty F. It's not as big of an F as gossip, but it's pretty bad. That's very boring for me. You're not doing anything. You know what I mean? Watch anime or K-drama. Okay, I'm imagining this from like the point of view, if I was sitting with my boys, I know for a fact, like if we whipped up some good anime, we'd all get hyped. I think this is an A tier. It's not the best, but you can definitely get a kick out of it. That's for sure. You can definitely have fun, you know, doing. You know what I mean? Okay, now clubbing. Clubbing. I think it's just completely F. There is so much wrong that can happen in clubbing. Not to mention the fact that like most clubs, like it's extremely loud music. You lose your friends go like with other people. It's a pretty L hangout, to be honest, in my opinion. You're not really interacting with your friends. Like imagine you haven't seen your friends in 6 months, and then you guys decide after 6 months you guys want to go clubbing. You guys aren't going to be able to talk to each other. You guys would have to yell just to hear each other from across the table. Like that alone is horrible. Not to mention like how many bad things can go bad. Hiking, camping, or bike. Okay, I'm gonna put this straight in F as well. I'm just a huge hater of camping, and because it's grouped up with the other things. Biking, like there's no way you literally meet up with your friends and be like, oh, let's go on a bike ride today. Like why? There's so much. I'd rather go on a walk than go on a bike ride. At least I can talk to the person, you know. Bike, I have to like look back and be like, can you hear me? Did you know this happened? Bro, it'd be kind of annoying. Painting / sculpting is B. Okay, and the reason why is because I don't know, it's like actually something to do while talking. You know what I mean? It's not. Actually, I might as well put it in A tier, to be honest. It's an actual activity while you're able to communicate and like chat with the other ones that you're there with, you know. So I'd put it in A tier. There's a lot to do. Amusement park. Okay, I personally hate amusement parks. I hate amusement parks. If you tell me to go to an amusement park where there's like roller coasters and stuff, I'm not getting on a single roller coaster. Okay, I already have a big fear of height. If this said arcade. Oh, actually, I just noticed this said arcade. Okay, yeah. You'll see. I like art. You know what? We'll just go for it right now. Arcade is bottom of A, or actually top of B, because I think it can get very boring quickly, especially because arcade games are rigged. Actually, no. Well, no. Actually, bottom of A, because the competition can become so like fun. That's like enough to create good vibes and all that stuff and make it like exciting and fun. Museum is just F. Like do I need to explain myself? You're literally just walking around. You can't talk. You know what I mean? Like you can, but like, you know, it's just, you're gonna talk about fossils? Switch or I don't even understand that. Switch or Jackbox games. Ballroom dance is just L. I don't even know what a ballroom dance is. Photo shoot, D tier. Too much walking, too much focus on getting good pictures, not enough interactions, not enough fun. Makeover for men, F. League of Legends, F. I don't even know what that is. Barbecue, ooh, W. That's what I call a proper hangout. There's nothing. Me and my boys literally did this summer. That was literally the biggest vibe. Turn up the barbecue, slap the food on there, chat while the food is getting ready, take the food off, sit at the table, chat while you're eating. W hangout. That's all I need to say. Moving on. Hot pot. I don't even know what that is. Street food festival pop-up. Yeah, that could be a vibe. I'd put it in A. Karaoke is L. Minecraft is S tier. Above barbecue. Put that up there. Card games is top of A. Oh, actually no. Bottom of S. This card games is unmatched in any level, anywhere, any place, any school, any friend group. Card games is unmatched. This is like you know what? I'd actually put card games above Minecraft only because it's like real life, like face-to-face interaction while already having fun. From Uno to poker, without like obviously without betting money because that's a stupid decision. From poker to freaking Uno to some random game. All of these are so fun. Monopoly. Is Monopoly a card game? No, it's a board game. No, sorry. Forget Monopoly. But all the other ones, it works. Thrifting? Not really. That's not really I don't really see it as a hangout idea with other people. Shopping is like B. It's like, okay, it can be fun depending on the people that you're going with. And it can also be like mid depending on the people that you're going with. If you don't have anything to, like, if you don't have a plan as to what you're going to shop for, it can turn into like a D tier activity so quickly. And the only reason why it's not an F is because you're with someone. You know what I mean? Beach volleyball is S. Without a doubt. Beach volleyball, like I did it a few times, thankfully this summer. That is the most amazing thing ever. The best thing that I love about beach volleyball over like normal volleyball, like in a court, is the fact of how fun it is to dive. And on the actual court, I can't really dive because I'm gonna be like, oh, it's gonna hurt somewhere, right? Like, okay, yeah, you have knee pads and you have elbow pads, but you don't have face pads. What if I hit my face on the floor? It doesn't work that way. You know, I'm gonna break my face. In beach volleyball, I can dive wherever I want, however I want. Swimming is L. Like, that's not even a thing. Bowling is C. It can get boring very quickly. You can have some like nice moments here and there, but for the majority of the part, I don't think it's good. I think it's pretty boring. Movie theater is even worse. The only time going to the movies with the boys was a good idea was when Avengers Endgame and Avengers, what was it, Infinity War? When those two movies released, that was the only time that it was a W. Maybe like people who went to watch the Minecraft movie as a group, maybe that was a W. Like we went to watch Avengers Endgame movie on the day of release, I think, if I remember correct. And it was so crazy because in the movie, it's in the how do you say it? Like in the movie room, when it came to the scene where Captain America just tosses the hammer and then catches it back, everyone went crazy. And I couldn't believe what I was living in, bro. Everyone's going crazy. Everyone's yelling. I couldn't stop myself. Everyone was yelling. I was like, I'm gonna yell too. But for the majority, you know what? Having said that, I'm not gonna lie. It has to be S tier, just because of how amazing that environment was. But for the majority of the part, don't get it twisted. For the most part, it's definitely D tier. Desserts, afternoon tea, afternoon with the boys, chill with a bit of dessert. Me all day, bro. What the flip? Baking with the boys. I've never done this, but I probably should try this with the boys. But I'd imagine it'd be fun. Probably S tier because of how comedic it would probably be if somebody messes up. Movie outdoors is just an F. Straight up is an F because you've got mosquitoes, you've got bugs, and no one tell me about this. Oh, you can put a bug spray. No, it doesn't work. And it can get very cold. And it's annoying having to watch a movie outside of your house with a blanket on around other people. If I'm putting a blanket while watching a movie, it's literally going to be me alone in the living room on the couch laying back. That's it. Brunch and lunch is always like W. Dinner as well. No, I think it's bottom of A. No. Actually, no, B is good. I think B is a good option. You get to chill, sit and talk. You don't need to do much, especially like on a day where you're tired or you just came from work or you just came from uni or school. This is an excellent idea. Dinner, brunch, lunch, any of these options goes. Go-kart, S tier. When you're doing go-kart with the boys for just that, let's say 45 minutes, for that 45 minutes, you feel like a genuine F1 racer and you want to beat all of your, and it becomes so intense because when like the go-kart track that we went to, I think it was like 2 years ago, that day we decided to go like at the last side. It was me and two of my good friends from high school. We went to get dessert at a place, and then last second, one of our friends just goes, yo, what if we go-karting? And I look over and I'm like, right now? And they're like, yeah, why not? I call up my parents. I'm like, can I go? And they're like, yeah, sure. We get in the car. We go to go-karting. The go-kart track that we go to doesn't actually time each person individually. Or it does, but like the majority of the time you don't get to see it. We never knew we get to see our scores. So when we got out of the carts, we raced. And I thought I was winning the entire time, and so did the other two. They thought they were winning the entire time. So when we got out of the carts, the first thing we say, we don't even go, oh, it was fun. We should do it again. We just go, I definitely beat you. I definitely won. I definitely got a better time than you. And then we we wait for the results. And that day we saw who got. I think I got like, actually I don't remember that day what I got, but like we had found out that day that we can't see our results, and then we saw it, and then we were like, no way, blah blah, and all that stuff. So it's top notch activity. Picnic is C. It's, again, there's a whole bunch of bugs, a whole bunch of insects around you. I don't really like the idea, but it can be fun. The vibes can definitely be up there. You know what I mean? Laser tag is A tier. Way too much cardio and sweat in one place. Hanging out with the boys. Beach volleyball is different. Beach volleyball is like an environment where you're supposed to sweat, you know what I mean? But laser tag, you can't exactly go wearing shorts and the t-shirt. You have to go wearing like proper clothes, and to a certain extent, like jeans and a shirt, right? If you go wearing, like as a kid, you can go wearing that, but like as an adult, you look like an immature child. But the vibes can be very high. Like it's intense. You literally feel like you're in Call of Duty, but in real life. So W's in the chat for that. Okay, now let's go tier by tier. Okay, now I can comment on the F tier because I know. So, okay, in the F tier, karaoke definitely stays at the bottom. Embarrassment at its finest. Actually, I don't even care for all of these. Why am I ranking F tier? The F tier, I don't care. C tier, bowling. I definitely prefer bowling over picnic, for sure. B tier. No, shopping is definitely last. Brunch is definitely annoying. Lunch is okay. Dinner is the best one out of all three. That's for sure. Okay, A tier. Painting, sculpting has to go down all the way. Street food, okay, watching anime before last. Laser tag definitely up there. Arcade second for sure. Street food, I have a sweet tooth, so I'm gonna say desserts over street food. Okay. Or S tier, sorry. I'm gonna say card games and Minecraft. I'd have to keep it like this because I think this is these are the two activities in the S tier that I'm looking at where I've had like the most chill, the most funny, the most amazing, the most like just good vibes kind of time. Baking has to go at the bottom. Why did I put? Actually, yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna put baking in B. I take it back. I think I'm gonna put baking in B. We're just gonna keep it right there. Definitely better than shopping. Movie theater. You know what? I probably have to go like this. Yes. Yes. There you go. I think this is a W list, right? What do we think? I think this is a W list. These are good. S tier is good. S tier is definitely good. S tier is definitely better than any other one, for sure. If my boys came to me and they're like, you want to do any of these S tier activities, I'd be count me in. I'd be like, count me in right now. Right now. But yeah, this is a pretty good list.